So what's going on, guys? If you don't know, this is Patrick. So now you know. Just a disclosure, I do not have my glasses on and I do not have my contacts on. So my eyes may be like one looking this way, one bigger than the other, but I'm human, that's who I am. Ooh, I forgot. So today I'm going to talk about my meds. A couple people have been asking me about what my regimen's like, how it's been. Most of you do know that I'm on a clinical trial, but I haven't really explained it yet because it's kind of a sensitive subject to me. So I want to explain that to you. But give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab them. I'm going to grab everything so you guys can see what I am doing, what I'm on, actually. So just came back from the gym. I want to say thank you, Lord, that the people that, those New Year's resolution people are starting to thin out. So the equipment's become more available. Yeah, I'm just extremely happy because now I'm feeling better from being sick, so I'm finally able to get back in the gym. So if you're looking, I'm going to give you a little peek, but I'm getting in shape. That's what it's all about. Looking good, getting the muscles going. Bam, 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 bam. So trying to look good as best as I can. It is a journey because if you don't know, I am one of the most laziest people, and I always have 50 million excuses on why I don't go to the gym per se. So, anywho, I was diagnosed December 1st on World AIDS Day, and when I met with my doctor a couple weeks later, he really pushed me to go on a clinical trial. And I talk about this a lot in my blog in more detail. So if you want to know in more detail my regimen and more about that, you can take a look at my blog because I do go into a little bit more detail with that. And that's pauselife.wordpress.com. So that's POZPATRICK.WORDPRESS.com. So Patrick, I just gave you the wrong thing. Pauselife.wordpress.com. So POZLIFEOFPATRICK.WORDPRESS.com. So pauselife.patrick.wordpress.com. That's my blog. And that's where I talk in more detail about, I guess in this week, I'm talking about my medication and my regimen and how I got there. So my doctor, when I first found out I was HIV positive, he really pushed going on the clinical trial. And there was a couple reasons behind that. One, because of the fact that it's free. I mean, I'm not paying for the medication. Two, every couple of weeks I'm being seen by trained medical staff. I'm having my vitals taken, my blood work taken. So someone is always going to be with me along the process. Easier than having to come in every 6 months or every year to get my blood work done. So every 4 weeks, that way I can actually see the progress and actually get really Class A assistance with battling this condition. So I opted to go in because one, they pay you to do it. Two, because the medication was free. And me being just diagnosed, I really wasn't sure how the medication was going to cost and the financial strain I was fearing that it would be on my life. Because a lot of people who don't have insurance are paying about $2,000 for a 30-day supply. If you look at my blog, I have proof of that there. So just surprising, right? So I started the clinical trial on January 26th. I went in, I did my vitals, I did a physical, and they put me on this regimen. So the regimen consists of the following. I'm going to kind of put them in a place where I can easily show them to you. Again, if you are more curious about it, you can take a look at my blog. I actually have a better picture, but I am going to try my best to show you the medication, or the regimen that I'm on. So the regimen is as follows. It's a cobicistat. It's for cobicistat, which is a booster. If you're not familiar with HIV medication, again, take a look at my blog. I kind of explain a little bit, but my recommendation would be to see Wikipedia or look online for references because I'm not a medical professional. I'm working and learning as much as I can about this condition and the antiretrovirals, but at this point, I'm not even going to try to tell you something I have no clue about. So I'm on a cobicistat trial, and that's the cobicistat. If you aren't familiar with your current events with HIV retrovirals or antiretrovirals, it's in the quad pill that was just released, I think, a couple months ago. This is a standalone trial. What my doctors are telling me is they're trying to make cobicistat replace Norvir, which is a booster which basically metabolizes or enhances the ability of the drugs. That way people who have HIV don't have to take really huge horse pills anymore because the booster drugs kind of boost that medication to make it, strong enough to fight the virus. So I'll start with the study drug. Well, I'll show you. This is what I take. This is what I take every morning at 8:30 sharp. I try to. They give me about maybe a 2-hour window, but I'm very particular and I always try to stay on schedule. I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't always happen. I'm not human. There are days where I get in my car and I'm driving to the gym. I'm driving to a couple hours away to see my parents. I realize I don't have it. When I'm already there, I have to turn around, and by that time, I'm cutting it close. But I'm going to show you what I take. So I take the study drug, which is cobicistat, which is here. So I take this. I take a Truvada pill, which is this little blue pill right here. And I take 2 Persistas. Bam. So I take these pills every day, or since January 26, 2012. I've been taking these pills, trying to get a better view for you. I've been taking these I've been taking these pills every day. And it's been a journey, literally, because it's depressing sometimes. You wake up in the mornings and you realize that you have to take those pills, and I have to take 500 calories with the medication, so the medication can properly absorb in my system. So for me, not to be a morning person and having to get up every morning, eat a good breakfast, take my medication, it's I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very difficult. I've gotten used to it, but it has been a journey. So at first when I started taking the medication, I had issues. I was lightheaded, I had nausea, stomach cramps, I had bouts of vertigo, where I would lose my balance and fall over. But that only lasted a couple of weeks. What I've been told is the study that I'm on, the side effects are a lot lower than what people with taking Altripla or the 1-day pills go through. And I have friends who take Altripla and they say Altripla is pretty rough. I mean, yeah. So I also have vivid dreams in color, to the point where I can go to work and swear I had a conversation with somebody when it was actually a dream. Weird, right? So they're very vivid. Also, I take a multivitamin every morning to my medication, because the fact that I am dealing with a virus, HIV, I have to make sure my body is in tip-top shape and I'm getting my body the nutrients that it needs. I'm also going to start taking some calcium and some other vitamins that will definitely help my body as well. So that is basically what I do. I take these. It's a journey. I'm not going to lie about it, because I'm pretty much dependent on the healthcare system. I'm pretty much I'm dependent to my insurance, because the medications are $2,000, and I don't care who you are. You can be rich, famous, you can be Magic Johnson, but $2,000 is a lot of money to be paying it on medication. So that's why I say, protect yourselves if you're negative, know your status, get tested with your partners, because you don't want to have to go through this. It's too much of a strain, physically, emotionally. These medications, even though they are advanced and they do a lot better than what AZT, one of the first HIV pill to be introduced, they're safer and more better on the body, but they're still toxic. They still put a strain on your kidneys, your liver, because they filter through those organs. So that's my regimen. Every morning I wake up and I take these. I have a pill box. It's not here right now, but the pill box definitely helps me set up my schedule and remember to take my meds, because some days if I'm in a rush, I'll forget. It'll go over my head. So it keeps me grounded. Being on a regimen definitely with the medication helps out a lot. So that was my medication. I mean, hopefully that wasn't too boring or too lax in information, but I'm on a clinical trial. I've been on a clinical trial for 48 weeks. Basically, when I got my initial results, my blood work from the clinic or the doctor that I go to, I had a viral load of 16,000, and I had a CD4 count of 116. Right after 4 weeks, not even 4 weeks, maybe 3 to 4 weeks, excuse me, I went and had blood work done, and my viral load was undetectable, and my CD4 count was slowly increasing. I think it was at 124. Today, I'm sitting at an undetectable viral load still. I've been undetectable through pretty much the whole year, and my CD4 count has risen slowly, but right now I'm around 249. It's kind of dipped, honestly, due to the fact that I have been sick. If you haven't been following my YouTube videos or my blog, I had the week of Christmas, I had bronchitis, severe case of bronchitis. And then just a couple weeks, I think last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, I had a sinus infection, including bronchitis. So my CD4 count has taken a hit because of me being sick. And that's natural with anybody with HIV. Because our immune system, bear in mind that a person who is healthy and HIV negative, their CD4 counts are in the thousands compared to people like myself who have HIV who our CD4 counts are well below that. Mine's when I first was diagnosed at 116. So for me, being healthy is a number one concern for me. So if I'm not feeling good, I'm probably not going to go to work. If I'm feeling sick, I'm going to go to the doctor, I'm going to get seen. Because for a regular person, getting a cold, getting the flu, you can fight it off. Me, I get stuck with it. It doesn't go away. It gets worse. So definitely the medications are a lifesaver. Bittersweet because of the fact that until we find a functional cure or a full cure, I'm dependent on these medications. The benefit is that my life is still preserved. I'm able to live a healthy life just by taking my medication every day, and I'm able to live. It keeps me alive. It is my lifeline. So yeah, that's what the medication is. So, nonetheless, this week has been our last couple of weeks have been very busy. Sorry if I haven't been able to do too many videos. I'm definitely going to commit more to you guys. I love the comments that you guys send. I love my viewers from the US to the UK, from Cyprus, from South America to Africa to Australia. Sorry if I didn't hit your country. Sorry. But you guys are awesome. You guys rock. Subscribe if you guys are interested in my videos or if you have questions, please ask me. I'm pretty much an open book. I'll talk about pretty much anything. Friendships, relationships, medication if you have specific questions, how my doctor's appointments are going, how it's like living with HIV. Whatever your questions are, just ask. And also anything on my opinion on anything. If you have any questions about getting tested, if you have fears, I can help you put them aside. If you're in my area, you want me to go with you to get tested, let me know. I mean, as long as you give me like a good notice, I don't mind taking a day off or taking my weekend when I have things planned like going out or something and going with you, because the most important thing with you guys is getting tested, knowing your status, and taking care of yourself. I consider you guys my friends. Some of you may not even know me. Some of you may have just gotten to know me through watching my YouTube videos. I may have just gotten to know you through your comments and corresponding with you through email. But I do consider you all my friends. And I love each and every one of you to death. But I just want you guys to be healthy. I want you guys to look at my life and know that I'm just a normal person, just a regular person, average 24-year-old, living my life. But it has been hampered because of HIV. I'm still a regular person, but bear in mind that HIV does throw some kinks and some complications in my life. And it's just like the crazy life of Patrick. And I want you guys to not have to go through that. So if you're a young kid and you're living life, take care of yourself. If you're older, take care of yourself. Get tested. I've said that too many times, but yeah, I think I made my point. So anyway, medications are good stuff. I take them every day at 8:30. Every day, right now for the rest of my life. Something that I've come accustomed to. So yeah, take a look at my blog again if you haven't looked at it, or if you're looking at it periodically. I pretty much update that a lot, very faster than my YouTube videos, but that's going to get better, I swear. So take a look at it, let me know. If you have any questions, please ask me. If you can put them in the comments section, you can send them through emails, ask. I mean, this is 2013. I am doing this to help me as a person and to grow. But I'm doing this more, but for the reason of showing you that I'm just a normal person, answering your questions, and just putting a face. I mean, there's so many different faces to the virus, or to HIV. One being, what's his name? The guy from Honey Boo Boo, like the gay cousin or something. He just came out this week of being HIV positive. If you didn't know that, surprise. Sorry I ruined that for you. But people are coming out now and they're talking. And I want to be one of those people with holding that flag in the air and saying that, HIV is still an issue today. Yes, we have medication to keep us alive, but just because we have medication doesn't mean that you can just move on to the next thing. This is still an issue. Let's finish what we started. Together we can do that. So let's work together. 2013 is going to be a great year. So far, it has been for me. Hopefully, it's been the same way for you. But yeah, so it's been 15 minutes. I pretty much run my mouth too much all the time. I'm trying to work on cutting these videos down, but hopefully you guys don't mind it. So anyway, hit me up with questions. Thanks so much for watching. 600 something views all over the world. Only up from here. So let's keep it moving. Take care, you guys. Love you to death. If you need anything, questions, comments, concerns, support, I am there for you. So just let me know. Take care. It's what 7 o'clock, 7:43 here on the East Coast. So I'm gonna take a shower, watch some Australian Open. I'm a huge tennis fan, and I'm gonna fold some clothes and study. So hit me up later. Take care.